First tonight, safety on the slopes. It was 1 week ago that Jeff Zinni died at a Billings hospital after falling from a chairlift at Red Lodge Mountain.
As the investigation continues into the 37-year-old's death, tonight there are renewed calls for more oversight of Montana's ski industry.
And as our Kagan Harsha tells us, that includes a plan to equip all chairlifts with those safety bars. Kagan.
Yeah, that's right, Andrea and Russ. Many ski lifts in Montana don't have those safety bars. Red Lodge isn't alone there. And one other thing Montana doesn't have is a passenger tramway safety board. 21 other states have one. Those are all shaded in yellow on this map. Those boards inspect and license chairlifts. Montana in the red here, a notable exception, especially when you learn we used to have one. When most of us strap on a pair of skis or a snowboard, we know skiing can be a dangerous sport.
It's concerning.
But most of us just assume the chairlifts are as safe as they can be. But are they?
And it is always surprising for folks in the east to go out west and find chairlifts with no safety bars at all. And I understand that's just the way of the West can be.
Parker Reel is the former longtime president of the Vermont Ski Area Association, and he has a unique perspective on the industry. Vermont requires safety bars on all its lifts and even mandates that skiers lower those bars or face fines.
They're very serious about that.
Here in the quote Wild West, the scene looks much different.
I think more oversight would definitely be beneficial.
Not only do many resorts lack safety bars on many lifts, Montana also lacks a passenger tramway safety board to oversee and inspect chairlifts, something that Missoula State Senator Willis Curdy would like to change.
If we need a bar, it's something that needs to be seriously looked at.
At least 21 states have oversight boards, and Montana had one up until 1997, but it was disbanded by the legislature. The ski industry and many lawmakers then successfully argued that doing away with the board would eliminate fees the state charged ski areas. That left inspections solely to the Forest Service, and that's where we are today.
There's not a lot of interest in really tight regulations, but it's something that should be considered.
Curdy and a handful of other lawmakers considered drafting legislation to create a new tramway safety board after a 4-year-old was knocked out of a chair at Snow Bowl near Missoula. But 2 years later, it hasn't happened.
I could get a bill maybe through both the House and Senate, but what happens to it after that, even if I did get it through, is a big question mark.
And that leaves us with this: aging infrastructure and an industry with minimal oversight.
Vermont does it for a reason, and there's a good reason there. And again, it goes back to skier safety.
In Red Lodge, Kagan Harsha, MTN News.
All new lifts do now come equipped with safety bars thanks to the American National Standards Institute, which started mandating them in 2017. Lifts built before 2017, though, are grandfathered in and don't have to have them, and there are several reasons for that.
It is actually very complicated, unfortunately. I mean, not just costly, but also then you add more weight to each chair, and that makes an impact on how many chairs can be on the cable at any given time and how they behave when they come around the towers and through all the mechanics.
It's still unclear if a safety bar could have prevented Zinni's death. According to the National Ski Areas Association, there have been 15 fatal falls from ski lifts since 1973.